Good evening. Tonight I will present my final project for DI. So I created a quick guide to differentiated instruction for ELLs. I came from the premise of a problem of practice. I've been at school for 2.5 years, and since I've been there, most often when we review data, teachers um, express frustration that ELLs aren't getting it. And so I wanted to create this project as a way to support our teachers as well as supporting our ELL students. We currently have over 50% of our student population as ELL. Majority of those students come from uh, uh, Spanish speaking countries like Guatemala, Honduras, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Mexico, and the DR. We do have another small percentage that comes from the Philippines, Burma. And so this guide that I created is a comprehensive guide to boost the reading readiness of our students. So here is a snapshot of the quick guide to differentiated instruction for our ELLs. Um, Throughout this course, we certainly have a pretty clear understanding that differentiation involves teaching methods that are designed to help all students learn effectively. And when it comes to ELL, we have to take a multifaceted approach that involves empathy, strategic planning, and it's also a we also need to take a more proactive approach to meeting their needs and identifying their readiness. So, LEARN is an acronym that provides a quick reference guide to differentiated activities for ELL or MLLs, and MLL stands for multi-language learners. It is a simple approach to differentiation, and it asks those who, what, when, why questions. It asks the questions: who needs what, when do they need it, and why do they need it? Identifying students' needs, adapting content, and adjusting activities is the best way to learn. And the way we learn with our ELLs, we listen to ensure that we are being culturally responsive. We engage them through visual aids, simplifying the text. We also activate their learning by providing appropriate scaffolding techniques, perhaps like teaching, uh, pre-teaching vocabulary. And we also respond by providing them with regular feedback. And the last one, which I think is uh, super important, is the nurture, making sure that we are creating a learning environment where those students feel safe and valued and that they are able to feel as though they are a part of the class. So here is our learn in action. And so for the past couple of weeks in our common planning, we've been having conversations on how to change the narrative and how to help our ELLs. And so I've been going in and checking with teachers, and we've been planning different activities. And here are a few snapshots of how we learn. Um, and lastly, That video was a, um, in my opinion, really solidifies and really brings home the LEARN acronym. This teacher she listens to ensure that she is culturally responsible. She engages her children. She also activates their learning. She responds to them, and she also creates a learning, nurturing environment. These are the resources, some of the resources that I use. Our book by Carol Ann Tomlinson. As in our PLC, we talk about how to plan differentiated instruction. So these serve as a guide. The Cult of Pedagogy is one of my favorite podcasts. And the Highly Engaged Classroom, Marziano. Here we focus on how to provide specific feedback. And lastly, this quick guide to differentiate instruction, and this is adapted from Carol Ann Thomas's book. That is, thank you. Any questions?